Hello everyone, Roxy here. Hope you're having a great day. I'm making this video to bring light to something happening in a part of the Homestuck community that's been left unaddressed for far too long. I don't usually want to make this type of content, especially here on YouTube, because I don't want to get into drama. But like I said before, there's a problem that's been going on with nobody caring very much about it. Today, I'm going to be talking about the Genesis Project's Discord server and the ableism, transphobia, and other toxicity that happens there. If you aren't already aware, the Genesis Project, or TGP for short, is an isometric 2.5-dimensional suburb simulation game that was recently launched on Steam. There's a Discord for this game that's been the main focus of the video. I'd say that I first heard about TGP back in late 2019 to early 2020 or so, and I never actually joined the Discord server until late 2021. Now, for a bit of background, I have schizophrenia. You may be wondering what this has to do with the topic at hand, and I'll get into that a bit. When I first joined, TGP's Discord was a relatively calm place compared to what it is today. I made a lot of great friends that I still have to this day there, and honestly I have this server to thank for that. This was all fine up until the Steam release of the game. After the Steam release, the game saw a spike in popularity, which would in turn bring more people to the server. Unfortunately, a good portion of these people weren't exactly the nicest people you'd meet. I'd say the first major issue that came to light in my eyes was the blatant transphobic remarks that people would throw around towards myself in particular. I have explicitly stated multiple times that I am only comfortable using he/him pronouns, and everything else makes me uncomfortable and is misgendering me. This includes using they/them. Every time I would correct someone on this, I'd get told off for being overdramatic about it, since they/them is gender neutral, even though I don't like these pronouns being used for me. At one point, I got extremely fed up with this, and this was said. To my knowledge, these people are still in the server and got absolutely no repercussions for saying these things. Unfortunately, I don't have screenshots, but there was another time when a user by the name of Ivory had told me that my pronouns should be she/her because my name is Roxy and Roxy from Homestuck is a girl. And another message was sent at some point to a friend of mine saying that the sender would gladly respect my friend's pronouns because he's respected, unlike me. I don't think I need to point out exactly what is wrong with those statements. Like I said earlier, I have schizophrenia. I won't go into detail as to what this means, but I'm sure most of you have already picked up on it. I was repeatedly harassed for being schizophrenic and apparently faking it, as a user called Cremo, who became a mod after this incident, leaked my private Instagram vent post to Ivory with the excuse he will let anyone in, which isn't even the case. I only let Cremo in because he was friends with my former boyfriend, who I'm still close friends with at the time, which seemed trustworthy enough. That, and I have a criteria you have to meet to be able to follow it. Namely being a do not interact list, which consists of things like homophobes, transphobes, ableists, pro-shippers, and other shit just makes me feel grossed out. Multiple users have faked having DID, or dissociative identity disorder, for attention, but were forgiven after admitting to it by singlets. It's not their place to forgive, as they aren't part of the group of people that were harmed. Speaking of systems, there's these screenshots here that have Ivory, a singlet and non-schizophrenic, claim DID systems are just confused schizophrenics people. Another couple screenshots are here which claim that larger systems are fakers. For context, we were discussing how the modularization of kinning negatively affects systems and schizophrenics. I have a post about this on my Instagram if you're interested in more about that. Oh, and there's a slur singing as well. After explaining to the chat that schizo is a slur against schizophrenics, the slur continued to be used, and I was even called one after it was acknowledged that as a slur. This user, Kiko, says this, which is basically saying, I'm not part of this minority, but I have a friend who is, therefore I should get a say when it comes to problems involving the said minority. Another incident is when a fictive was yelled at in the general chat for talking about their headmates and being uncomfortable with certain types of jokes involving them. How do the mods handle this? They don't. Or, they do, but not really well. Don't get me wrong, I'm close with two of the mods and they're both excellent people, but I don't think a 30-second slow mode for 5 minutes will fix problems like this. If anything, it creates unresolved conflict. I brought this up to multiple moderators on the server and they really didn't seem to care. When I showed the ableist and translated remarks to GC, the head moderator, I was shut down and told that schizo is not a slur, despite it not being his place to claim that, as he isn't schizophrenic. I was then muted for starting drama when I pointed these things out and placed in the muted chat, which I called the Shadow Realm, where I was not only reality checked and invalidated by a few of the mods when it comes to my identity, but told to go seek help by GC as if it's something that easy. Unfortunately, I don't have screenshots of these, and I won't be able to retrieve them as I'm now banned from the server for the reason it was muted, and because you have to actually be muted to see the channel. Yeah. Instead of caring about the actual bigotry in the server, they instead silence the person pointing it out to them, which really says something. Instead of listening to criticism about their moderation system and members' behavior, they shut out the one person speaking about the problems. That is why I've decided to make this video. This will not go unheard of, and if I have to be the one to make sure that happens, then so be it. I'm not sure if this video will even do any good or bring this to light for the moderators, but it's worth a shot because, oh boy, if there's one thing I have absolutely zero tolerance for, it's this kind of shit. Thank you for watching.